Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. We are back on the Ninja account. A lot has happened, a lot of updates need to be had, but let's talk about all the great stuff. Now, I wish I could have gone into more detail about clan versus clan, gave you my score, um, gave you updates about what I did and didn't do and how it went for me. Unfortunately, I don't have that. I got in late last night. Didn't even look at my score, just collected my rewards before they went away, and here we are. So, let's talk about rewards. If I do this and we do... No, I want to do this and then hit just new. There we go. Okay, you're going to see a lot of new stuff in here, but we won our arena tournament that I said that I wanted to win. I think I already corrected myself, but if I forgot, it's 5-star gear, not 6-star gear, and this is the gear that we got. So far, decent. Not great, but we got a little crit damage there. Speed, HP percent, and some crit damage. Okay, would like to see some crit rate. Great piece right here. Sucks that it's flat HP, but crit rate and crit damage on a 5-star piece right now is very valuable. We'll see how that rolls. Then we have flat HP gauntlets. Those are going to get trashed. We have defense percent chest. Thank you. Really bad substats, but some crit rate. But I would prefer like speed and accuracy here. And then we have flat HP boots. I don't have much in the way of rework. As you can see, I don't have any ore. So I don't have a reason to not hold on to these two pieces for now and rework them in the future. But right now, these pieces are not great. Not great at all. This defense chest plate, honestly, not that great either. But it does have crit rate. It's possible maybe this could get put onto Armiger or something. I might consider building one, depending on how my rolls and shard pulls go. Then we got some other gear. Where is the other gear that we should have gotten? Oh, we didn't get that. That's right. I'm thinking of we didn't fully complete the clan versus clan. We only did up to the last stage. But for Ogryns, they got a blood shield ring and a reaction amulet. Okay. Yes, Shadowkin got a good ring. So we can actually go equip that right now. Even though the stats on here are not great for this particular champion, this is a great ring nonetheless. I will go ahead and take this to 12. You guys are going to have to sit with me as I level this up because, of course, why would I get instant unlocks until level 40? Because clearly that would just be ridiculous. Oh, I realized I don't have my headphones in. While this is happening, you guys always comment, not everybody, but a lot of you comment about why do you leave the sound on in Raid? I like the sound on in Raid, but you guys seem to hate that. So if that's something that you want me to fix, I can probably just turn off my desktop audio for future videos or something. But I like having the audio. It fulfills the background music and everything. I know a lot of other content creators don't do it, but it doesn't bother me at all. We're gonna go ahead and equip that. That's just flat out extra stats. Very little increase attack there, but more defense and HP is not going to hurt us. So we are happy to see that. What other factions got stuff? Dwarves got an attack amulet, not great. And there should have been, is that it? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. So double down on Ogryn. Not great. Since I don't have an Ogryn champion at the moment, but potentially good for the future. What is the new guy is Sylvan, yeah? The new rare? Yeah, okay. Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fusion. I did change my mind. I'm going for the fusion on my other two accounts. I just happened to get... I felt confident looking at the resources I had going into the summon rush. That's usually the limiting factor for most fusions is can you do the summon rush or not. Obviously, gem count, silver count is also a factor. What about us? What can our brand new free-to-play account do during this fusion? Well, we can capitalize on events, of course. I am doing champion training because I'm leveling up a Kale. So I do get to double dip while I'm leveling into this area of the game. Um, is this a good? Yeah, you know what? This is a good time. Most of you are probably not going for the fusion. Totally fine. But there is a trick that I always love to talk about. I want to show you guys. So you'll see we've got 2, 4, 6. Sorry, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 stars that we want to rank up. Now I do have a couple of extra 1 stars from pulling shards last night and then going to bed. So why did I pull those shards and then go to bed? I pulled them to complete the fusion warm-up event while I still could. So, we've got those. I should need... Okay, I should be able to do one more. Yes, perfect. So, this is not the trick, by the way. The trick that I'm about to show you guys. This is the prep work for the trick. So, we've got 10. We got 5. I need 10 2-stars that are level 10. So, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'll see I didn't touch Armiger there. If we get through and Armiger is if we get to a point where we have our 6 stars done and we don't have anything to level, then Armiger would be my next choice. There are a lot of champions that I would rather level than Armiger, but of the champions I currently have on my roster, he would make the next most sense. So we're keeping duplicates of him. I don't want a 6-star War Maiden, I don't want a 6-star Spirit Host, but I would 6-star Armiger. So what I did there is basically, for the food that I fed into my 2 stars, I put some brews in them. Why do you do this during champion training events? That gets you extra points during champion training events and champion training tournaments. They're just free points, and it doesn't really cost you that much. 1 brew, you're going to make that up. You're going to get brews. It may not seem like it, but I can't pull up the other accounts. My other accounts crashed. I've got storms and internet issues going on today, but now we want to upgrade the rank of one of our 3 stars, right? And we have, perfect, we've got enough food. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? We've got 2 ready to go. So in the same thing, we're going to come in here. Now for the 3 stars, what you're looking to roughly do, and there's probably a better breakdown if you want to Google it, but for the 3-star food, you'll see I'm putting 2 brews in there. And that gets you to 15. That gets you about half of the levels that you need. Now, don't fully brew these up. As you get higher up, oops, got to be careful. As you get higher up, it costs more brews. So you'll see like 2 brews takes me halfway. But to get all the way is 11 brews, right? So that's a waste of brews. So you just want to do 2. It gets you halfway there. That gets you the most gain for the fewest brews, right? Some people do it 3 brews, so, but my rule of thumb is whatever gets me close to halfway is what I'm looking to do. So for 1 star, it's 1 brew. For 3 stars, for 2 stars, it's 1 brew. For 3 stars, it's 2 brews. On my 4-star food, I usually put 4 brews into them, and that's still not exactly halfway. So on a 4-star, I don't even have a 4-star that I could show you on, but it's I think a little under or over half at that point. But whatever you feel comfortable with, if you want to go that route, it is all up to you. So again, I know there are spreadsheets. I know someone will probably put it in the comments that there's a dedicated breakdown for how to split brews to get the most efficient way. I kind of just do it like so, and we get that quest done. We did also complete the arena defense quest, which blew my mind. We are out of gold 1, and I'm having a bit of trouble getting back in gold 1. You'll see I'm close. I've just been faced with a lot less easy wins than I would prefer, but we'll get there. I'm so silly. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this real quick, and it was quick, but I had other stuff I wanted to talk about. So there, in regards to the tournament. Now, if you're going for the fusion, you can use this technique to gain more points in the tournament. You'll see for me, it got me some points. All I'm doing here is double dipping. I am not going for this guy. My focus right now is getting Kale to 6 stars. Where are we on that? Well, Kale has 4 food ready to go and a 5th food ready to rank up right now. And I am going to go ahead and use these chickens. I do like to save chickens, but because we are in that rush to get that 6 star, we will use these chickens. And actually, since we are in that event, let me go ahead and upgrade the level of the 4-star food. And this I can show you what I was saying. So 4 brews takes you to 21, right? And if you do 3 brews, you're at 18. So I like to do 4. Again, just pay attention to your count and see what feels the most comfortable for you. But it is some extra points here, so I don't mind doing it. And then I usually do 5 brews for the 5 stars. When I don't know that I'll spend that here, but for the 4 stars, I will do that. And there we go. So we are 1 5-star champion away from Kale being 6-starred. Now you'll notice I'm gonna need to. I don't have a 4-star that I can level up. So the next 3-star that gets ranked up is also then going to become my next 4-star unless I somehow magically find an epic somewhere. But let's talk about what you can do. We talked about this tournament, but what else could you do? Where else could you gain from the events going on right now? Well, let's talk about the champions that you could get. Now, this is an epic champion. I don't think he's anything crazy, but let's talk about his kit. There are some benefits that we could see. Right out the gate, we have a 2x hitter. Heal reduction is good. I don't think it's something that I would, go chasing after. But you do get heal reduction on a 2x hitter. That's not terrible. This could be helpful in Fire Knight. This could be helpful in Spirit Keep this early, right? But it's not going to be anything crazy for Clan Boss or the other areas that we're looking to progress. Here, we have an AoE on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. A 75% chance of placing decreased accuracy on all enemies for 2 turns. That's actually not that bad. Also, increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Now, this is big. That's actually pretty good. There aren't that many champions that do that. In fact, one of the reasons that Valerie is so wanted right now is because she does that. Who else? There's another one that does that. That's a demon spawn, right? Isn't it? Is it Hellborn Sprite? Yeah. Increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Also giving a buff. And then Valerie, I know I've said this, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. I looked at her kit recently. I have her. She's a Bannerlord. Sorry. Increases duration of all buffs on allies by 1 turn. Yeah. So this is much more in demand right now with Wixwell because we can build these infinite teams with Wixwell. Now, we don't have Wixwell on this account, but that's still interesting to see in this guy's kit. To have that buff extension, that could still be valuable, by the way, later on. If I pull an Ally Protect champion, I can increase that. Strengthen, increase that, speaking of. Oh, that's the other, sorry, that's the rare. But I can increase the length of a Strengthen, I can increase the length of Ally Protect, I can increase the length of Increased Defense, right? There are a lot of buffs that I may want to increase the duration of, and to have it on a 3-turn cooldown is pretty good. Now, this is where things get interesting. Removes 2 random debuffs from all allies and heals them by 10% of their max HP. And then gives them increased accuracy. This is actually really, really strong early game. A mini cleanse of 2 random debuffs. Yeah, it's random debuffs. It's only 2, but that's better than what I currently have. I don't have, other than Spirit Host, I don't have a full cleanse. And, sorry, let me go back. And what is the cooldown on this? This is a 3-turn mini cleanse. It's only 2 random debuffs, but sometimes that's all you need, honestly. Like, this is not bad for a very early game account like what we have. And then we decrease the damage all allies receive from poison debuffs by 50%. That's actually pretty interesting as well. I don't know that it's as good, but it's interesting for certain boss fights and so on and so forth. But yeah, that cleanse, if we look at Spirit Host, even if we book her out, that's a 5-turn cleanse, and the block debuffs is only for 1 turn. So he is a 3-turn mini cleanse. Now, Valerie has a mini cleanse as well, right? Decreases the duration of all debuffs by 1 turn. So there's some potential value there. But again, it's not really a cleanse. Like, if it's got a lot of stacks on it, it's not getting removed. But we actually have the chance for free to get a mini cleanse champion, which I think is intriguing at the very least. But it might be quite more work than we can afford to put in on this account, since the priority is still Kayle. So I don't know what areas of the event that we could chase after that epic. We'll pull this up in just 1 second. Let's finish talking about the rare, since I didn't talk about them. Now, he was a Sylvan Watcher. We come down here. So I actually am very intrigued by the rare, not for long-term use, but on this account for short-term use. We've got a triple hitter, and each hit heals them by 3% of their max HP. So 9% heal. Not bad. HP-based champion, by the way. Then we have an AoE, a 2x hitter AoE. Each hit has 50% chance of placing the small version of decreased attack. Also places a shield buff on all allies equal to 20% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns. That's not terrible. It's really not. I mean, that's a decent sized, assuming you can build a pretty high HP champion here, you're going to get a pretty high HP shield out of it, right? For your allies. And then you have a 15% strengthen on all allies for 2 turns. The provoke, it ends up being a 4-turn cooldown. That's not great. This one, by the way, was a 3-turn cooldown. But a 3-turn shield from an HP champion that could be pretty large. Not bad. Self-heal. It's an interesting kit. What I really like about it is the triple hitter. That's what I like the most about it. You have a triple hitter on the A1. I mean, when we're talking Fire Knight, which is my hardest difficulty boss right now, this is really, really strong. Being able to break through that shield with using this guy's A1 could be really good. So, I'm not saying that he's endgame. I don't think most people should go for him or want to go for a copy of him. But for a brand new free-to-play that doesn't have a lot of multi-hitting A1s on the roster, that starts to become a really viable option. Because I don't think I have any multi-hit A1s right now. So there's a possibility that this champion could see some early game play on the account. So, yeah, I just wanted to be clear about that. Am I going to go... Oh, yeah, let's go back and look at the events and what events could I do. But let's see what the Dragon Tournament looks like to this free-to-play account. 950 points. Now, we don't really know how much points per energy we're getting. So let's take a look. This is my current difficulty. I am going to throw some food in here because we need to. So we have this 3-star. And we should also put in a 2-star. So this is my best team right now. Let's put them in here. I'm not bringing decreased defense other than Ninja, but I think that's fine. And Ninja's a little bit stronger now too. So let's see how this goes. So this is 12 energy. Let's see how many points we get per energy. So when it comes to seeing points, you won't see points, I think, for the events, but you will see points for the tournaments. So it's going to tell me how many points I get here doing this dragon. So I won't know how many Dungeon Divers points I get, but I will know how many points I get for the tournament, is what I was saying. And that's an important understanding. But I think Dungeon Divers, it's like 0.8 points or 0.7 points or something. So I got 4 points for the Dungeon tournament, for the Dragon tournament, right? On a 12 energy investment. Now, that can fluctuate. Let's use our Ayumi Love. Oh, I actually managed to pull it up right away. So, here we go. So, tournament points, stage 10, we should average around, or stage 9, sorry. We should average around 7.6 points. You'll see points per energy kind of spikes at stage 11 and 16 is really where we would like to kind of be. So stage 9 doesn't actually, it would be better off farming at stage 8 with the way that this looks, right? Points per energy. So we'd be better off farming at stage 8. I want to make sure I'm not blocking this. Okay, I'm just not blocking it. So, there is one here. So it's 0.8. If we farm stage 4, that's good for Dungeon Divers, but not good for the tournament. Because you're getting 0.3 points per energy. You're getting 0.8 for the Dungeon Divers, but either way, I don't know that we're in a really good position to go for any of the tournaments. So what other or Dungeon Divers? I wonder what other options we could do. Classic Arena takedowns, that's easy. So there's 2 arena takedowns. Interesting. So we might only be able to get the rare. I don't think we'd be able to get the epic. There's just the way that I'm currently able to do tournaments and events. Probably not. There's a possibility I get very, very lucky on the Champion Chase tournament and we get a 3rd rare because I will be pulling my Ancient Shards during that, but I doubt it. And I'm never going to have enough silver to fully do an artifact enhancement event because they are quite a bit stronger still for free to play. So can I even look at one right now? I can't. I'm definitely not going to go for the Summon Rush. The scores are certainly lower than what they are on my other accounts, but we're still talking... let's see. That's 5 sacreds and some change. So not even close to having enough of that. And certainly not enough ancients. We only have 25 ancients. If we did that, we pulled all of our ancients, that would only get us oh, I'm terrible at math. Yeah, 500 points. That is not going to be anywhere close to what we need. So there's no point in doing that. So I, as much as I like the epic here and the rare, they're actually very intriguing. I don't know that we've progressed yet to a level to be able to farm them. Now, we may progress to that level should we complete leveling of Kayle. And obviously you saw, like for the champion training tournament, even using the trick, to get the 3,600 points, I mean, we've only got 1,000. I've been farming this all day. So all those champions that I leveled just now, I've been farming all day long. So to get all the way up here to 3,600 is certainly a stretch. I don't know that that's going to be something that we could do currently on the account. One thing I will say, I did not get the upgrade to the gem mine yet. I'm so far behind now when it comes to Kayle that I am going to spend gems and use every bit of energy to complete my Kayle 60. I did also use quite a bit of energy to get up to Godfrey's Crossing, and you'll see I 3-starred everything along the way. I got a legendary book out of it. I do get points for using legendary books right now. I know it's not a clan v clan, but I do get points for using these books in the tournament. So it's kind of like double dipping. It's not as good, but we also really want to book Ninja. Ninja's actually being my farmer right now. Now, this is my own doing. I put my best gear on Ninja. So I wonder if we want to book here. What do we want to book? We want to book him up completely, but we would be better served if we could increase the slash and the burn first. Yeah, let's go ahead and use a book. Yeah, we'll use these books. There we go. So that's 200 points towards the tournament. That's going to get us potentially closer to the rare. Again, we're not going for the whole fusion, but if I was in a spot where I could get the rare, he could help us early game, or even the epic. The epic is not going to carry me. I'm not looking for the epic to carry me, but I'm looking for the epic to be something to hold me over and help me out in the short term. If we get all of them on Hailburn, that's pretty good, actually. I would love to have gotten... No, we got one on the A1. Okay. Honestly, I would have preferred... I don't even know that... I mean, I would have preferred a third one on Hailburn rather than just two there. But still, we did get some points that we're double dipping. Anytime I can double dip, I'm going to take advantage of it. It's going to lower my score for Clan v Clan in 2 weeks, but I don't think that's a big deal. I don't know that anybody's really expecting much Clan v Clan points out of this account. And getting these Primal Quartz is not a bad thing at all. So that we're getting, I mean, now we're only 2,000 points away. So I'm going to keep at it. Maybe we pull this off. So if we can pull off the champion training tournament, that would also mean we can pull off the champion training event, theoretically. So we've got Classic Arena, we've got Classic Arena, we've got champion training and champion training. That would be enough to get one of the epics, who, again, when you're talking early game, is quite interesting. Was he a Skinwalker? Yeah. And a double hitter is one of the main reasons. The heal reduction will help against certain bosses. I really like the decreased accuracy part, but more so I like the increased duration of all ally buffs. That can be handy in the future. Whether it's a Wixwell shield or not, this can still be very handy to have. But what I really like is this increased accuracy. This is going to help me early game because accuracy is so hard to get right now. You'll see, even if you look at both of my champions, 45 accuracy on Kale, 27 accuracy on Ninja. Like, I could use a lot more than that. And this guy gives it to me on an ability and then can even extend that ability. So I'm not saying that it's a big deal if I don't get it, but if I am able to get it, this could be pretty decent. It books down to a 3-turn cooldown, and I'm able to extend this by a turn, so I can almost keep increased accuracy up on my champions for an entire fight, provided he's fully booked out and at least on a 1-to-1 speed with the target that we're fighting. So that could be really good for me. The heal reduction, maybe not so much, but the rest of the kit is interesting. And even the poison damage reduction could prove valuable in certain areas of the game. I mean, Dragon, it could help with Dragon even, right? There's a lot of poisons coming out from Dragon. Spider, another option. So, I don't know. It's something that I'm not going to, like, go hard on, but since I have to be leveling champions anyways, it's good to double dip and level them while I can during these tournaments and events. Yeah. So there's some insight for you. There's some thoughts for you guys. I think the fusion is okay. I think gonna be good for most accounts. I feel like, as far as a damage dealer, if you don't have one. I wasn't gonna go for him, but because I had the resources and chat kind of talked me into it, I decided I would. So we're going for it on my other two accounts. Those accounts crashed. I'm about to relog everything, but before I did that, I wanted to take the time to make the video for the account today. So we got some decent gear. We got some great upgrades. I mean, this is still really good for Ninja. That's actually going to be really, really helpful. We're getting a big shield. We're getting some more survivability against Clan Boss. And then the books, you know, we are unfortunately not going to land more of these, but we're getting close to it. Oh, yeah, Ninja is my campaign farmer right now. Because I want to farm on the highest stage that I can possibly solo, Ninja having my best gear is farming better than my Kale, unfortunately, for now. But I do hope to have that improved. We can go ahead and do this here. And you'll see that it's slow, and I have to hit that continue button every time I swap someone out, which I don't like. But he's the only one farming at a stage that's this high. Could I be going faster at a lower stage? Maybe. It's possible. But I actually think we're fine doing it at this difficulty. I think I'm getting I think the value I'm getting per energy spent is better. It's just costing me more time. And time is, like, I think that's fine. I have a lot of time. Now, you may not have the time luxury, but for me, I do have a lot of time, so I'm kind of using that to my advantage to farm in a way that gets me more XP than what I was getting before, farming all the way down in Stage 2. This video is a little long, so I will also wrap things up very quick by saying we did finally complete that challenge. This one should be pretty easy to do, by the way. I just haven't done it. Probably should do it because there's possibly a legendary book behind here, and we just talked about how important legendary books are. This is going to be a ways away. I need to be careful. I need to make sure I stay in gold, and then obviously upgrading 3 bonuses to level 5. These are long-term goals. Dungeons, I'm still a little stuck on, but we should be able to get past those. We want to try. This Ancient Shard is pretty good, so maybe I can see if I have a heal reduction or a steal and just try and cheese it from like a single level 30 or something. And then here we have upgraded champion to level 50. We'll do that when we reascend, when Kale hits 60, and then ascend 2 champions to level 3 of Ascension. I wonder if I should knock that out cheaply while I can. Win a campaign battle using 4 champions at level 50 or higher. That one's going to take a little while because I really don't want to level up my food to 50 for no reason. That seems a little ridiculous. And I'm not really... So I'm kind of like taking a slight step back from challenges. All the really obnoxious ones that you want to do early on are done. The only ones I want to try and get done are these, and that's because I want to get this Ancient Shard before 2x this coming weekend. Or next weekend. Sorry. So, alright guys. Well, I'm going to call that a video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the support. Thank you for your patience with me while I was out of town. Another quick announcement before I upload this. I am going to stream tonight. Chat convinced me today during stream that I should stream tonight. So 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be streaming. So go ahead and type that into a time calculator. I know you're all in different time zones. And figure out when, you know, that will be, what time that will be for you. But I will be streaming tonight. As I start to, move in this direction, towards the end of the summer, I'm probably going to have to start working again. I just dropped my son back off. My daughter starts school in a couple weeks. So to be determined about what happens with me as far as content creation and streaming. But the more support that I get from you guys, the tougher that decision becomes. You know, because you guys are really making it clear that you want me to stream and you want me to make this like content without having to be stressed out by, you know, it's not easy to make content when I come home and only have a few hours to work on that content. And then if I dedicate many hours of that to streaming, it gets even tighter. So if you know, just keep supporting me the best to your ability, whatever that may be, whether, you know, that's a subscription, whether that's just a like or a comment, or a membership, you know, or a super chat, or gifting memberships, whatever it is, however you feel is comfortable for you to support me, I appreciate it. The more support that I can get right now, like I said, that can really alter the decision of my future for the channel. The channel's not going anywhere, but there's a difference between a channel being a hobby and a profession, right? So right now, it's still at the hobby level. The more support that I get, the more that I can upgrade that to a potential profession. So, as always, I thank you guys for whatever support you can give. I'm not asking you guys to do anything that you're not able to do or not willing to do, right? So, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode, hopefully with a 6-star Kale. I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.